What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. Today we're focusing on just a few announcements I have. We got the NHL season creeping up, thank the Lord. And just the way this is gonna be the first year the Power Play will be in Boston full time. Obviously, I've been in Florida I come up with the Power Play in my dorm room in Florida, almost 4 years ago. So this is the first year it's gonna be in Boston full time, and a few things are gonna be, a few changes to be made for the better. That's just I think part of identifying the situation, seeing, all right, what can I do to improve this? What's going to make, what's going to be enjoyable for certain people, what's not going to be. And, it's just a really awesome experience, and I'm really looking forward to the challenge that's going to come from really getting this thing up off the ground. I mean, the last few years have been great, but, there's a lot, so much room to grow, so many steps forward to take. And, a lot is going to happen in the next few months. We got some huge stuff going on. First off, it's going to be more interviews on the power play than there has been. I'm not going to give you a finite number. I'm working on one with a member of the Bruins. Hopefully that'll come through the next week or two. If not, then I'm kind of screwed on that. And, a few college players I'm talking to. I haven't, really set anything in stone yet. But, being so close to so many great, collegiate teams in the Bruins and, all the minor league teams and, the AHL in New England that, I can do interviews with and really cover those teams, that's awesome in terms of getting the reputation out there and really establishing myself as a bona fide good interview person. In addition to being really good looking and really good at hosting the power play. As another result from being in Boston was on more road trips. The power play will be on the road almost one weekend a month once the season gets rolling from November. Something's signed, sealed, delivered for November. I'm going. Might as well just want to say I'm going to Erie to watch McDavid play. Haven't looked into an interview with McDavid. I don't know if that's going to be reality, but I do have an interview with a very, very, very highly thought of player. He's playing against that night. I'm going twice. They're playing two games, but one of the games I'm really excited. I'll make the official announcement. I'll talk to that player probably tomorrow, just firm a few things up. But I'm going to Erie for sure. Cannot wait to watch McDavid and this other very exciting young hockey player play, and get an interview and hook him up with some pretty sweet power play with CJTs. It's great style. Style is contagious, and I think that's one thing that we can uh, we can all agree on. Power play with CJ is the best style out there. Um, it's really not a power play trip. I'm going to San Diego in December, but I'll find some way to incorporate the power play in Southern California. I'm trying to get up to the queue to catch a couple games up there in January, and trying to make it to Raleigh in February to watch Carolina Hurricanes games. So there's a lot going on. So the power play will be out there. We might do some more power play with CJ Watt like we did at the draft 2 years, 2013, which was a ton of fun. I don't know why I didn't do it in Philly this year. It's kind of Philly's more just a straight up business trip. Get in, going from the hotel to the arena. That was like that's all I did. I interviewed Kirkland uptown Thursday night, Justin Kirkland, and then Friday, Saturday was all day at the Wells Fargo Center. So that's that, or it was what Kobe, whatever it is now. Where the Flyers play. Speaking of Justin Kirkland, rookie camp's going on. We got power play with CJ shirts being rocked by Bruins rookies Malcolm Subban and Brian Ferlin. Nashville Predators rookies, aforementioned Justin Kirkland and Garrett Newton, lifetime fan of the show, and Morgan Klimchuk in Calgary's camp. So that's that for this season so far. It's really we're gonna get a lot of T-shirts out this year. There's gonna be a lot of players rocking the shirts, and we're gonna have stuff coming out. And one thing I'm looking at is really expanding the web. Finally getting the website launched, having a store on there where you can actually order shirts instead of having to email me them and send me one. All that it's gonna be a little more straightforward. Shirt's gonna be great. Couple new designs coming out that are really awesome. I designed them myself. I'm gonna mail model them, walk down the runway. Yeah, just tons of fun. But that's yeah, it's gonna be a great couple months. I really cannot wait to get the ball rolling, get the puck dropped, get the ball rolling, and really hit the ground running with this because it's gonna be a interesting experience. There's gonna be more um, content, more different perspectives, just different formats of information being presented. Obviously I've been writing for Rant. You guys have been reading that. A couple pieces. I pissed a few people off for the Mighty St. Louis piece and the Jerome McGinley piece last week, but hey, that's what you gotta do. You gotta state your opinion and back it up, and I did it on both those things. So if you don't like it, tough shit. That's what I think. But again, things are going great. Power play right now is my number one priority. Everything's all my money's being pumped into it. Not all my money, not all my billions, $1 million, but it's a primary focus. This is what I want to do, and I have every intention of making it happen. I said it before, and I'll say it again. The Bill Simmons, Katie Nolan path of success. Get a job at a bar in Boston and blog, and someday, somehow, you'll break through. By the way, tweet at Katie Nolan. I want to get this NHL 15 game going. I'll go to New York and play. Like I want to just literally get on No Filter and play NHL with Katie Nolan. Sounds like so much fun. So don't be afraid to tweet at Katie Nolan. And I think that's all I got really. Just a few more updates. And I'm gonna keep I'm doing what, 3, 4 pieces a day. Probably keep it at that level. Try to do between the power play and rant 4 pieces a day. So there's plenty of material for you guys to analyze and tell me that I'm right, wrong, call me an idiot, what have you. But anyway, that's our next episode of the Power Play with CJ. A few more updates going into the fall season. Stay tuned for episodes for the off season and beyond. Later, guys. Bye. By the way, off season's almost over. Emoji. I don't know why I did that. I hate myself. Whatever. Later, guys.